Okay, due to technical difficulties and my internet, I am having to film this rather than go live. But 2 weeks ago, I used business envelopes, you know, the junk mail that you get where you have to mail a check in or whatever. And I created these pocket cards. Today, I'm going to, because I cut them off, I'm going to use the other piece to create another fun idea. So the first one I'm going to do is this one, all right? And I am using this envelope, and I've chosen some of the Halloween paper, and I'm going to add this to my card. I should say not my card, but my envelope. So I'm going to stick this on, and I've got to play with it. I'm having all kinds of technical glue issues today. I'm not a happy camper. There we go. Wow. I had to fill up my glue bottle. I had glue everywhere. It was a mess. All right, so I've got that. Now this is longer than I need it to be because, again, I always cut my paper to get the most use out of it, and I'd cut it at 4. All right, so I've got that. Now, this piece is going to go down inside like so. So it's still a pocket like that. All right, now I'm not going to put it on my card base because I am using the stamp set, and I couldn't find my stamp set, so I don't know what this is called, but it's the one with all the hats that was out last year. That was so cute. And I'm going to use some lemon lime twist to color excuse me my image here. All right, and then I'm going to take some black and color in the stripes. And I know it's supposed to be a buckle, but it's going to be black. And I'm going to stamp that on here. All right, like so. Now I'm going to cut out my hat. I'm not going to cut it out. I'm going to punch it out. I love this stamp set because we had a punch. Okay, set that aside, get rid of all these pieces now. This piece is going to go on here at the top, and I'm going to put it on with dimensionals. And I'm only putting it on the top of it because I'm going to have the hat hanging outside the pocket. All right, now I'm going to find my pokey tool. I hid it under one of my cards. I prepped all my cards, had everything ready. I need a new SIM card. And because my phone is so new, all I have to do is have them send a digital download. All right, and see, it pulls out. Isn't that cute? All right, I love my Halloween. I have a friend in my North Carolina group that also loves Halloween. So I usually send her Halloween cards because I have a ton of them. The lady who does my nails loves Halloween, so I will give her a bunch. Now, this is a very tiny, excuse me, tiny border. because this was almost the same size, and I had to allow some room for the black to show. Now, I will tell you, you do not want to put glue up here. That's your pocket. If you glue that, you will not get it out of your card. So then I'm going to put this on like so, and I'm going to center it and hold it for a few seconds. All right, and there's one idea. Now, if you want, and you'll see later on, you can cut the top of this. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that on this one, so we'll see. But there's card 1. All right, for card 2, I went into the Christmas set. It's the one with the polar bears, and I cut out this deer because he had a scarf on, and I thought it would go with that. And I have all my pieces here. All right, now this is going to go on here. And again, I cut it at 4 inches, and then I'm going to trim it. I want the trees on there, so I'm going to trim it from the top. Now, I don't have measurements because it's going to be based on your envelope, what size you need. Whoops, I almost put that on wrong. So just keep that in mind. All right, got it. That one went on easier than I thought it was going to go on. But I do try and, I mean, don't cut it the size of this. That's like 4 inches. Look at how much. You would have wasted that strip and you'd have had a mess. So just cut it at 4 inches and then trim it. And I measured this, and I measured wrong, so that's the reason why I have the extra at the top. All right, so there's that. All right, and this is going to go in here like so. And I didn't trim the top of this because I'm going to do the same thing, and I want to put him down before I trim it so that I make sure I get it the right size. So I'm going to add him on. I'm saying a him, it could be a her, who knows? I guess it's whatever you want to make it. All right. Going to add some pieces here. I am going to have him down a little further. His legs are a little fragile, so you have to be careful with that. All right. There we go. All right, and I can add him on. And he'll be on like so, and then I have to use my guillotine because something's wrong with the track of my other, of my trimmer. So I put it in, and now I have to make sure it's not too big. I may have to trim it down more, and I do. So I'm going to go even with the top of his. Okay. He needs to come down even further. Let me heat this and we can redo it. All right, let me add some more. All right, I said he has to come down further, didn't I? So what I want to do is I want to take these off. All right. I can just push this off. And you know what? This is 5 1/4. So let me take it down there and cut it. That one might be, if you have one like that, you might want to take and cut the piece down to the size you need and go from there. So there I have that. And then this is going to go on here. Much better. Oh my gosh. Did you ever have days like that? Oh my gosh. I cannot believe how much has gone wrong with this. All right. Now, get rid of these. And then I chose to put it on a pecan pie. And I've always said it is pecan. Some people say pecan. So whatever you say, it's either pecan pie or pecan pie. This is going to go on here. And I chose the brown because that's what is on his body. And see, it goes in nicely. So I can glue this on. So if you get these junk, I mean, we all get the junk mail trying to get you to open up a new credit card or whatever. Just use those envelopes and make cards to send to other people. And there's the next idea, and that looks crooked. Oh, well, one of those things, it's a handmade card. So there's card 2. Now, card 3 is a little bit more involved because I am playing with the, what are these things called? I had it when I was going to do the video. Abundant Beauty Decorative Masks. They're stencils is what they are. All right, so I decided to try. All right, I'm going to use this, and I'm going to, the mask has a notch at the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark that notch, all right, and I'm going to do some stenciling. And the first color I'm going to start with is, now if you want, you can tape it down. I'm going to be brave. Of course, with the way things are going today, I probably shouldn't. But I am using, this is, oh my gosh, I can't think. It's, what is this color? It's a new color. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I am at a loss. Moody Mauve. Oh, this is one of those days. So I'm going in heavy around the middle to get it dark, and then I'm pulling back and doing the edges to get it light. Now I want to see if this is okay. Oh yes, this one needs a little bit more in the middle, and I just put my brush down and I know which one it was. Ay, ay, ay. That's it, because it's pink. All right, I'm gonna go back in here and get it a little darker at the top. That's better. All right, so there's the colors. These don't have to be sunflowers. They can be any flower you want. Stencil number 2, that has 4 at it. That has 3. 2 are the leaves. Well, guess what? I'm gonna do it differently because I wanna see these first. And I'm gonna go with, all right. I know that this is supposed to line up, but I have a thing about them, the center. So let me move that before I grab it and use it for, all right. So I'm just gonna line these up in the center, and I'm gonna go in with my yellow. All right. And because I recently inked it up, it's really bright. All right, there. I am gonna take and I'm gonna put this on, and again, I'm going to center it, which means I may need to move this, the stencil, but I don't like the way they've done this. See, that looks so much better than, it was off. I didn't like it. I want it centered. So I'll go back with this. And I'm just making it a little darker, just for some interest. And here's the last one. And I gotta be careful because this one has the hole at the bottom. It doesn't go all the way around. But there we go. I've got them. Does anybody else have issues with that kind of stuff besides me? Oh my gosh. All right, now this are gonna do my leaves, but I'm going to come in again. I'm going to modify and adapt. I'm going to come in. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this one and put it down. Nope, that doesn't work. So what I want to do is I want this leaf like here. So I'm going to take a Post-it note. And I've got to come up some, because see that it's way up there, but I have to be careful not to interfere with that one. All right, so I'm going to go there, even with the bottom, and let me grab a small Post-it notes. And I'm just going to kind of mask off where the flowers are, or the petals. So, all right. And there's a little tiny bit there that I want to get. I think I need to make my own stencil, and I'm going to use Mossy Meadow. I'm not going to do the other two. I will do those. And I'm going to again do the same thing. Dark and light. Let's see what that looks like. Perfect. Not bad there. So you can do it. All right, now I need to fussy cut this. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to cut around, and I'm going to show you a quick way to fussy cut. If you take and go around the edge of the flower and hit the, cut close to the tips. Then all you have to do is go back in. It's a little challenging at times. All right. And I'm not going to go up between all those pieces. I don't think you need to. All right. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to go around the pieces that I have that are from the stencil and just cut. I know a lot of people go in and out. I find that really hard to do. This is how I do my fussy cutting for a quick and easy way to do it. And I usually do this for all my flowers and any other image that I have that I can take and cut around. And before you know it, you have it done. Okay. So here we go. All right, now sometimes you might have to go back and trim some of the petals, but make them look, if they're square, give them a point, that type of thing. So not too bad. This is a little bit more challenging because I did the tips lighter as I went out. But I love using this stencil for other flowers. I mean, it's great as a sunflower. But see, look at that. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. All right. Now let me get rid of all of this and I can get my card going. So for this card, all right, I have, oops, not that envelope, that's a full one. I have this and this, and I've chosen this paper, all right? So I'm gonna cut this down slightly so I don't have, so I'm not wasting as much. So let's see. This is 3 inches. That is 3 1/8. I'm gonna do 3 1/4. And then the width is 4. So I will do 4 1/8. By cutting it a little bigger, it also gives you wiggle room. All right, so now I can put this on. And I left my tip or my pin out of my glue bottle. I am glad that did not harden on me. All right, I'm going to put that down. Now, see, I'm not wasting a whole lot. All I have is a little bit to trim. So I'm going to trim it. All right. Okay. Now, when I uploaded this, I did not do any editing. So hopefully, all right, now I've got to see, this goes on here. And as you can see, it's the exact same size as the white. I might need to cut this a little bigger. Let me do that. All of these here. Let me cut this one here. So it's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I grabbed one out of my drawer here. This is a little bigger. Now, I am going to do this one a little bit differently. I am going to take, I'm going to have my leaf going down because it'll be easier. I'm going to put this down on here. I am going to use dimensionals on the top, but I'm also going to cut the top out. So let me see. So I have to go here and here. I'm marked so I don't put my dimensionals too far down. All right. Let me see here. Okay. Yes. All right, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take and I'm going to trim around here, but I need to put this in here. I'm going to cut the shape out. Okay. This probably would have been better if I had trimmed it or traced around it, but I was afraid if you trace around it, I never thought of this, I could have traced around it and cut it inside the lines. All right. But this is working. Just follow the line of the flower. All right, so there's side one. I'm going to go over here and start the other side. This one's going to be a little harder because I'm trimming the opposite way. All right, let me go this way now. I'll go back and fix that one. What I'm doing is I'm trimming a little underneath. That one is still being a pain. There, that is better. Right. And almost. Okay, one more. Nope, I've got a little bit there. Just a little bit. All right. There we go. Now I can put this one together. Yay! me put this on. And again, remember, when you put on your pocket, do not put glue on the top. If you think you'll forget, take and pull out the piece. All right. Now, usually though, if there's stuff on the back of the envelope, it's easy to do. All right, last one. And see how we just trim that so it just looks neater? Gives it a fun topper. And you can stamp up there if you want, you know, and you have a full card to put. You can pull this out and say, surprise, happy birthday inside. All right, so there are the 3 cards I was going to do on my YouTube Live. I am so sorry about everything. Thanks for checking me back out. Have a great day. Bye.